wanted to kick this thing off, man. Kind of going back in time to when we first met, man. I remember when you came to Samuels. This was like right before you were still like a popular competitor, but this was right before you popped off by like hitting the
Yeah,
flying
2013.
triangle on Marigali and everything like that, man. So, like, what do you remember about that time, man? What brought you over to Knoxville? What was your life like back then? How was it different?
To be honest, I sucked at jiu-jitsu back then. I would say like I was popular, but I wasn't like that. I wasn't that good at jiu-jitsu, and I think I just got my purple belt actually. It was 2012. Um, I was like considered one of the best blue belts, I guess, and I won all the tournaments that year. And then I fought the world's at blue belt, and then I actually got flying triangle. Like a lot of people don't know this, but like before I started flying triangle, people like I
Oh,
got
right.
flying triangle. I had nightmares about that for like years. I don't think I ever even told anyone this.
That's
Wasn't really
crazy.
like a flying triangle, but like I tapped the first four guys I believe, and then in the quarterfinals of the worlds I pull guard, and the guy jumps over me to mount, and then I push him off mount, and he triangles me. So it's kind of like a half flying triangle, half
Yeah,
mount, half flying mount, whatever. My point is
that's
that I
crazy.
thought I was good, and I lost the world, and then I got my purple belt, and then I think I had two fights. I fought two tournaments of purple belt, and I got like absolutely crushed. I'm like, holy shit, I suck. I need to learn the berimbolo. I need to add something to my game. And then Home was like, you should go train with Samuel. And I don't even know. I can't remember if I knew. I think I knew Samuel already, but I wasn't that cool with him. Like, yeah, I was like kind of scared of him. You know, when you're lower belt, you're scared of the senseis.
Yeah.
And
Especially
Samuel's pretty
smaller
intimidating, I would
guys.
say. You know, he has like he might be a small guy, but he has that like he doesn't back down. So like he's a tough guy. So I think I hit him up and I was like, yo man, can I come train for a couple days? And I think I ended up staying for a couple weeks. I think I can't
Almost
remember.
a month, if I
Almost a
remember
month, I
right.
want to say.
It's a
I,
long time.
I think I was there for at least a month. And yeah, dude, that was probably one of the best decisions of my life. I think that truly made me a beast. That like taught me the grind. I thought I was training hard until I came to Knoxville, and then
Yeah.
Samuel was like, "You got to get up at 5 a.m. and train with me." I'm like, "Holy shit, bro! It's like 6 a.m. I don't want to fucking train." And he would beat the shit out of me. And then I trained with Samuel again at 11, and then 12, and then again at night. So I
Yeah.
literally trained with Samuel, like personally roll with him 4 times a day, every day for a month. And I don't think I scored an advantage on him. He like
Dude,
he beat the shit out of me for a month. But I learned the Baron Bowling in 1 month, honestly, and I came back that weekend, I think, from that trip, and I won the tournament. And I beat guys that beat me at my first tournament. So I was like, damn, there you go, it all paid off.
that's
But
crazy,
yeah,
man.
that was a crazy experience. Like eye opening. I learned a lot about the grind and the technique. It's always nice to get new looks. Even though in Northridge, like we have a lot of good training partners, it's always good to get like a change of scenery and
Yeah.
change. It's just change up the routine and just gain knowledge from other people. And yeah, I'm really happy I did that. I learned a lot from that. I honestly don't think I'd be the same competitor today if I didn't do that trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, great times, man. I missed it. I gotta come back. I can't believe it's been 8 years. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable, honestly.
8 years. Wow. I was wondering that too, but I mean, a
Yeah,
couple questions based on that. I remember that time too, man. You were like a skinny kid with
yeah.
the big ears,
I
man.
still have big ears. I
It
just got like I just got like a little bigger, and I got some hair and beard, so it like kind of covers it. But it's
look
still
way
sick.
different now, bro. I
Yeah,
mean, way different. But yeah, I mean, you say you suck at jujitsu, but this is not true, Jonathan. I remember him coming in, and he was like the first guy I saw that was really good at spider guard and just like spider guard triangle and everybody. And the footlock, you did spider guards and footlocks back then
yeah,
all the
exactly.
time. But you talking about Samuel, like that's the same thing I experienced with him too, man. I'd played sports my whole life. I'd never met a guy that grinded like that. And I was like, dude,
Yeah,
holy
definitely.
Man,
shit,
He
how
loves
is
grind.
that possible?
man, you wouldn't believe how many people, maybe you would, how many people come from Brazil or wherever, and they're like, hey, I'm going to come train with Samuel. I'm going to be here for a year, and I'm going to be a world champion. It'll be like 3 or 4 days later, dude's like, hey, I got
Yeah,
to go. I got to go, man. I got to get out of
Yeah,
here.
Samuel's nuts, man. Like I did. I mean, Homo was nuts too because if I lived in Homo, it'd be the same thing. So yeah, I'm glad I got like my own experiences from them, and then I created my own schedule because if I lived with them my whole life, I'd probably be dead from stress by now,
oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's
or
no
or
way.
broken. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
for people that are watching this later, we post it. Just so everyone knows, Edwin's professor Homolo and our professor Samuel kind of came up together from
Yep.
They call it GBHB, I guess, or BH, Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And so we have this mutual connection through Draculino and Homolo and Samuel being training partners in the past. So
I'm pretty much like Samuel was there from the beginning. Even when I was a white belt, I remember him in the gym, training for competitions. I've always seen him since day one. So I was like, yo, I want to be. Honestly, my goal always in jiu-jitsu wasn't even to be the best. It was just to become like homies with the black belts in my gym. You know, I was like, yo, I just want to be friends with those guys. Like,
Yeah, like
I want to be part of that clique. Like that was my goal. Like I want to be able to hang out with Homeland Samuel and just like be on the same level as them. You know, so like I think that's everyone's goal, to be honest. You know, when white belts, blue belts, like they want to just become cool with the black belts, and
you respect.
It's all sports are like that. It's like rookies coming into the NFL or whatever, and they're just trying to become boys to veterans. So that was always my goal. And then like one day I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. I'm actually homies with these guys. Like I'm not like a fucking blue belt that's getting bullied all day. This is nice. It was good. That was good. Like, oh yeah, maybe I accomplished something in this sport.
Yeah. Something you said, man, that I didn't really prepare to ask you this, but my brother, I told him we were doing this interview, and he's like, dude, ask him how he came up with the flying triangle. And then you said you actually got flying triangle. Was that why you started doing it, or like how did that come about?
I just randomly did it one day, honestly. I was a purple belt, my second year purple belt. I remember the tournament. It was like in February of my last year as a purple belt. And I was going to fight like a San Francisco Open, I think. And then I randomly just collar dragged this brown belt. I still remember him. His name was Hernando. I collar dragged him, and then he like based. This is going to sound crazy, but I had some kind of injury, I remember, and I couldn't play guard. But I don't know why the hell I would fly in triangle if I couldn't play guard. But whatever it was, I just jumped for it. And I just jumped for it, and it just worked in sparring. And I was like, yo, hold on. Like, just stop sparring. Let me just do that one more time. Yeah. Because I just hit it, like, really clean. And then he just stopped, and I did it again. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, this is pretty good. And I just, like, I'm not a big driller. Sorry, Samuel.
I love drilling, man.
Yeah. I just did it a couple times in this training that day. And then I just thought about it. Like, I'm, like, big about just, like, thinking about what I'm going to do. And then and then I followed the San Francisco Open that weekend, and I got and then Milton Bastos was the referee of my match. I was a purple belt, and of that bracket. And I was like, yo, watch this. I have a sick move. I'm not going to tell you, but just watch. He's the ref of my match. Like I'm gonna try to pull it off, and then I got 3 in a row. And then and then he's like, bro, is that the move? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, dude, I think I just discovered something. So at that moment, I was like, holy shit, like these guys literally can't stop it. And then from like Marigali, I find Triangle Marigali and all those guys, whatever, like within like those 4 months. I think I created it in like February. And by June, like I already had like 60, 70 flying triangles because every single open, like no one knew how to stop it. No one knew anything about it. So,
I tell people, man, I'm like, that Marigali flying triangle was not one of the greatest jiu-jitsu moments. That was one of the greatest sports moments I've literally ever seen. That was
it could be, yeah. That was definitely that was an unreal moment for sure.
You had like a video of your dad recording it too. I remember.
That's hilarious. All my friends were there. All my friends were there for my division. I literally had like 100 people there for my division, and then I lost. I lost in the final to a guy that I beat a couple times before, and then everyone left because they thought I was gonna lose the point, and then I ended up winning the point. So just crazy how life works out, you know.
So you like